Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see who was here first. Lydia Washington, thank you so much for being here first. Hello, Lady Rose. Um, who else is here? Fancy Fancy, Bunny Rose, Vaughn, Kathy G, TB, Blue Draws, and Mary H, MJB. Okay. Is it supposed to rain tonight? Why is my knee being so weird? Oh man. Um. Hmm. Yeah, my knee is acting funny. I think it's supposed to rain. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Oh wow. What's that popping sound? Oh, my knee. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, we are good to go. Okay, I think I'm going to stand for a little bit. All right, so just our usual Harry and Meghan news. Fortunately, there were some. Uh, I found a few photos that have not been seen from the trip to Nigeria. They just keep popping up, and I'm here for it. And these are just some behind the scenes, nothing so important, but just some behind the scene photos I found. Thanks to the squatties on the interweb. And let me see. Hello, Joyce Anderson. Did I say hi already? Mary H. Maya Dino. Ingrid Sowers. All right. Okay. So, as usual, I'm going to say, I don't think I'm going to be here for more than an hour. I'm sorry. I don't think we'll be here for more than an hour. And you'll say, yeah, right. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Susie Q. All right. So, America's most sought after real estate investment coach. Well, I don't know about that. I'll take his word for it. But let me tell you something. This guy is an amazing writer. He's an amazing writer. Honestly, I understand why Meghan malcontents are miffed. You see, Harry and Meghan aren't just giving us a modern day Romeo and Juliet. They're giving us a noble King Solomon and Queen of Sheba part vibes that wasn't spoken about. Their actions are a testament to the fact that real change is born not from the ivory tower of thought, but from the trenches of action. They embody the principle that the most profound philosophy is that which lived, not merely spoken or written. Their efforts in Nigeria and beyond echo the ancient wisdom that to truly know a person, one must walk a mile in their shoes. In their tireless journey to uplift communities, they remind us that the most noble philosophy is the one that seeks to heal the world one heart, one mind, one community at a time. If you're seeing this, join me in raising a glass to Harry and Meghan. Now, I tell you, I don't know if this guy, I'm assuming he wrote that. And I'm going to say again, I don't know how he is with real estate, but I buy something from him. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. Come on, brother with the big brain. Bruh got a big brain, don't he? Let me see. What is his name? I am Iri Alua. Well, like I said, I'd buy something from him. Anybody who could write like that uh, deserves to make a good living. I thought that was beautiful and profound and very thought provoking. It just struck all the right notes. That's what I'm trying to say is he struck all the right notes. That was beautiful. Anyway, anyway, uh, okay, let's get on with it. So he shared that, and of course, this is the photo that he shared with that statement. That is the photo. As a matter of fact, he gets a bell for that. He gets a bell for that. And happy birthday, Princess Lilibet Diana. Happy birthday, Princess Lilibet Diana. Not yet, not for me, but for some of you all in the Eastern Hemisphere, it is definitely already the, well, East, West, well, whatever. And you're in a different time zone, and your day starts before mine, so it's already Lilibet Diana's birthday. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. So right here, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry celebrates Princess Lilibet's third birthday with party at Montecito home. Uh, of course, this, let me see. Is this an old one? No, no, no. This is new one. I'm trying to think. Is she only three? Yeah, I guess she is. Okay, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's little princess is turning three. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will mark the third birthday of their daughter, Princess Lilibet, on June 4th. But they got the festivities started early with pre-birthday bash. The family celebrated over the weekend with a party at home in Montecito, California. People confirms, People, now remember, People magazine, they're the ones that were invited to go to Nigeria with them. So I'm going to assume this is true. Among the guests were close friends and family, as well as some of Lily's friends. Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, also known as Lilibet Diana Sussex, since the family is using Sussex as the family surname. But anyway, was born in California after Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal roles and moved to Meghan's home state in the United States with their son, Prince Archie, now 5, in 2020. Lilibet's birthday announcement shared on Archwell Foundation website said that she was named after Queen Elizabeth's family nickname, while her middle name, Diana, was chosen to honor her beloved late grandmother, the Princess of Wales. The birth announcement also referred to the newborn as Lily, a nickname that Prince Harry and Meghan have continued to call her daughter. In March of 2023, People exclusively revealed that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were using their children's royal titles through the news of their daughter's christening announcement. Once their grandfather, King Charles, acceded to the throne in September 2022, Archie and Lily were afforded the titles of Prince and Princess, making them Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. All right, there you go. There you go. It is what it is, and that's all it is. I love it. Don't try to other my babies. Do not try to other my babies. They are prince and princess. Okay. Oh, Megan described her kids Archie and Lily as very chatty and sweet during her recent trip to Nigeria. Huh, cool. Next. Don't forget The Godfather. Now, I don't know if he's going to be there, but if there's a very large private jet nearby, maybe. But yeah, Tyler Perry is Lilibet Diana's godfather. And of course, the ginger runs in the family. At one time, Diana's hair was very ginger. And of course, um, uh, Harry, he is still sporting his ginger And now, of course, Lilibet Diana is the very next generation of the Gingers. So, very cool. How cute is that? I love it. Adorable. And just in case anybody needs a reminder, that Charles, of course, is sovereign. So William is the Prince of Wales. He's in first place, followed by George of Wales, Princess Charlotte of Wales, Prince Louis of Wales, and then, of course, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Prince Archie of Sussex, and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. You got my meaning? And then, of course, it goes on to the Duke of York. Yuck. And Princess Beatrice. And, of course, Beatrice's daughter, Miss Sienna Monopoly that one name right there. So, yes. And then, oh, little, okay, Princess Eugenie. Uh, Okay, Princess Eugenie. And then number 12 is Master August Brooksbank. Did they let the children of bartenders be in line for the throne? A bartender's child? Well, I tell you what, if you could put an air hostess daughter and make her a Prince of Wales, then you can take a um, bartender and okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Okay. All I got to say is somebody get me a drink. I don't care if it's the air hostess or the bartender. Somebody bring me a drink. uh, and I tell you, with the amount of alcohol consumption in that family, it's probably handy that they have the air hostess and the bartender about the place. You know what I mean? I think that's probably handy. Okay. Hmm. All right, continue. So these are some of those little gems that I found. I love this because you could actually see Megan's hair color a lot clearer here than you could on some of the other photos. You see there? You can see how the light is playing through her hair. It is what would you call that? Auburn, very dark brown. Anyway, don't think I noticed that before. All right. And here, I don't think I've seen these either. I'm telling you guys, there are just going to be more and more of these photos just kind of creeping in. I mean, I've seen them sitting down there clearly, but these are totally different. Like, for instance, I didn't, well, I guess he does have shoes on. I don't know. And these are a couple of different angles of Harry shooting the basketball. Harry is just a born leader. He always feels like he needs to coach somebody. He always feels like he needs to coach somebody. I promise you. I've noticed that about Harry. Do you remember when the little girl was driving the truck when they were in The Hague? Remember when um, Megan was in one of those little Jeeps and Harry was with the girl in the other little Jeep? And he's just like, go, 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 go. And I'm just like, that's just a little girl. Let her figure it out. Harry loves to coach people. Okay. All right. So we're going to get to this. Whew, it was like 91 degrees today. Now, I'm just a little concerned because my I'm looking at the chat and the chat is not moving for me. So let me try something. Uh okay. Okay, I hope that works. You know what? I'm going to move over here. I'm going to move over to another window because my chat was not moving. So I'm not going to disconnect or anything. I'm just going to move over. All right. Let me, that's better. I noticed that my chat was not moving for whatever reason. My chat was just stuck. So I'm going to bring that back up. Huh, that was weird. And and we should be good. Okay. Yeah, I can see on my alternative screen that you guys are having a conversation, but it wasn't moving for me. But I guess you could see everything I was doing, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, my chat for the StreamYard was just not moving. Okay, and I think we're good now. Everything is all caught up. Very good. I don't know what happened, but it's working. Yes. Oh, you know what? Before I get on to that, how could I possibly overlook that? We'll do it again tomorrow, won't we? We'll do it again tomorrow, or later today for some of you. But okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Probably my screen was confusing me. Now let's do it. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Janelle's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, All right. All right. There you go. Now that's better. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, TB, I will share those. I will share those. Um, I tell you what, I will put those on a community tab. I want to make sure I get those right. As you know, there was a spot of bother with that some time ago, and it just kind of really threw me. I don't want to go into all of the tawdry details of it, but I think that we're all in a better place now, right? So let me make sure I get that right. I want to make sure that you know, so I will put those on the community tab tonight. Um, yeah, I prefer to do it like that. But yeah, if you're not on Twitter, then you have no reference to what I'm saying. But there was a spot of bother with that, so I had got a bit indifferent with it, and I don't even know what that means. Okay, but I will make sure I do that. Thank you for reminding me. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. See what I mean? My screen was frozen, and I missed that. I totally missed that. But yeah, you guys, we're in a much better place now. All of that confusion that I mentioned before, that seems to be behind us, and thank goodness for that. But the thing is, with that bit of confusion, I think that it has made the Sussex squad much stronger. Absolutely. And cheers to Tina for I kind of think Tina helped out a whole lot. I really do believe that. I think Tina kind of, because I see like people that were not really, clicking. Now all of a sudden it seems like, yeah. So, but yeah, we'll get to it. All right. Yeah, I miss Tina. And I hope she will do a podcast. Um, who knows? One of these Sundays, you guys are going to wake up and Tina is going to be on. And if I see that she's on, I'm going to make sure I alert everyone. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't feel that strongly about it. I didn't feel that strongly about it, but yeah, it yeah, I don't even know which one this is, but I'll just put that up there. I'll just put that up there. When things get weird, I get a bit uncomfortable. I really do. I don't like that kind of weirdness. Um, all right. Okay. Thank you, Lydia Washington. Did I put something up? I think so. Did I or no? What is that? Did or I know? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is something up there. Okay. Thank you. All right. So right here, you remember this from yesterday. Richard Eden, the very telling reason why Harry and Meghan should now seek forgiveness from Kate. Well, Benny James referred to Richard Eden as a billfold. Is that a good euphemism? He said Eden is a billfold. Why the thing there? Does he think Meghan and Harry should beg for forgiveness? A billfold. Do you think billfold is a good one? Okay. Yeah. He called him a billfold. Okay, a hot pocket. How's that? He called him a Richard Eaton is a hot pocket. Uh, I think that's worse. Anyway, you can see what he called him. Um, where was Kate and William when Meghan got racially abused and bullied from the toxic media? There you go. So anyway, now Richard Palmer says, as Kate's absence leaves a gaping hole in the monarchy, what Harry and Meghan could learn from the quiet royals who are keeping the firm going. You know what they learned from the firm? They learned how to run. That's what they learned. They learned how to head for the hills. So, aside from knowing when to back off and leave it to the amateurs, what else could they possibly learn? There's nothing to learn. Honestly, I could be a royal reporter. All you have to do is just sit up there and think of stupid stuff like that. And listen, this article I did read, it was a big fat nothing burger. It was just an excuse to praise William and Kate. That's it. It was just an excuse to praise um, Edward and Sophie, Charles and Camilla. That's it. It was just an excuse to praise them. Other than that, it had absolutely no merit to it whatsoever. Harry and Meghan have built an entire life for themselves on the West Coast of the United States. They had to buy a house with their own money, inherited or otherwise. They have a mortgage, something that I don't think anybody else in that family has ever had. Let me see what else. They have contracts, they have jobs, real jobs. And in spite of how hard they work, they have tons of philanthropy and humanitarian work under their belt. And they are still representing that family. They are. They are a prince and princess of the realm. They are still part of that family. And most of all, they are honoring their commitment to the Queen Elizabeth, who gave them those titles. And they have not made a wrong step in any way whatsoever since they have been married. As for defending themselves against leaking and briefing, I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do, because the same way they had to defend themselves, I say those other ones had no right to challenge them like that, with the leaks, the briefs, and of course, these relationships that they have with their courtiers and the press. And let's not even get started with the influence that Charles has been using with other governments around the world. Lord knows Harry and Meghan have a lot stacked up against them. And in spite of it all, they are thriving. They're not just surviving, they're thriving. So I don't know what they could learn from the rest of them. I don't think what they do is organic. It comes from the inside, right? What they do is organic, and people like them for who they are, not for what they can get out of them. So right here, you can see one of the squatties put a collage together of articles. The three on the left side there. William, let's see, George beams as he watches the Astor Villa. What is that? With oh, that's small. But anyway, this is William at the soccer or football game. Kate is at home fighting for her life. She is alone with two Filipino nurses. William's words, not mine. She is receiving round the clock care from two Filipino nurses. So obviously, she's fighting for her life. Why is he out there enjoying himself? Why is he seems like he's more interested in that game and shaking those men's hands down there on the pitch? Why does he seem more fascinated with that than being at home with his wife and the other children? Shouldn't he stop enjoying himself because Kate is fighting for her life? Because that's what they were saying about Harry and Meghan, that they shouldn't thrive at this point because it seems like they're showing up the rest of the family. And then, of course, the tale of two tours. While Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria, William decided that he was going to go around to his duchy and, try to make these Kodak moments right up until the point where I'm pretty sure they set up that thing where that lady asked him for a kiss. I think that was totally contrived. I don't think that was by chance. I think they set that up. But anyway, whatever it was or it was not, he is still out doing things that seems to run counter this narrative that he's going to be by Kate's side. I don't know how. I don't even know that they live in the same house. I bet you she spends more time with her two Filipino nurses, his words, not mine, than she does with him probably in the past couple of years. And then if you take a look here, a glitzy state reception. Okay, this is the Sussexes in Nigeria. This is what they do. This is going to be a big year for them. It was always meant to be a very big year. Megan said 2024 is going to be very exciting. I wish I could tell you about it, but there's some great things coming. That's what she said at that variety function. And so far, they have not let us down, right? And of course, on the right, they have plans for more of these overseas tours or wherever they're going to tour. They have plans for more of that. They have been actually looking more like the Royals than Kate and William. And okay, even if Kate wasn't out of commission, William had already set in place plans that they were not going to tour as much together, that they were going to do fewer joint visits, right? Harry and Meghan don't always go eat places together, but when they do, they are superstars. And the palace is very bothered by that because it's embarrassing. Because Will and Kate, the ones that they conspired to put up on those pedestals, that they were supposed to be the new um, uh, Liz and Philip, they have been a huge disappointment, right down to the fact that they don't even like to work. But Harry and Meghan have to earn, they have to produce because they don't have a $1 billion duchy to fall back on. They have to work, and they don't have to explain that to anybody. They have to work. If they were sitting around doing nothing, which is what people, especially the derangers, which they have accused them of on several occasions, then they would talk about that. But they have been working constantly since they got to California. Even when they were on maternity leave, they were continuously working. So this is just what they are feeding to the derangers, to their constituents. This notion that Harry and Meghan could learn from the rest of the family. It's as though they're trying to say that Harry and Meghan are not doing as well as they could, are not doing what they should. Everybody said it, that Harry and Meghan looked more royal when they were in Nigeria than anybody else in the family. It was enough to make Charles rip out his IV or whatever and run out there and go back to work. It was enough to make William actually get up off of his behind and work. So they must be doing something right. So it's not that they should take a page out of the Royals, the rest of the Royals book. It's the rest of the Royals that need to take a page out of their book. As a matter of fact, go to one of the Commonwealth countries. William should be touring the Commonwealth. He should be touring the Commonwealth. If he's got enough energy to go to these football games, if he has enough energy to go out and hang with Tom Cruise, then he can go to some of those Commonwealth countries. He could take a couple of days and do that, but he chooses not to because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything until Harry does it. Now, I don't know who you are. I chipped your name off of there. Well, should I say I cropped your name off of there? So this is from a troll. Ain't no princess and never shall be. Presently, she holds the title of a mere Duchess of Dumbarton. The Sussex bug and the king has given the Duchess title to Prince Edward's lovely daughter. She takes it on her 21st birthday. She takes it on her 21st birthday. Everyone is so pleased. Meghan will no longer hold the title of Duchess. Girl, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? These derangers are losing it. They are losing it. I hope that's a bot. I really do hope that's a bot. But it sounds like someone who is not doesn't have English as the first language. I think the grammar is weird. But listen, put down the bottle or whatever it is you're smoking or whatever, sniffing, stop it because it's frying your brain. So she holds the title of a mere Duchess of Dumbarton. There's no Duchess of Dumbarton. It's the what is that? I forgot what they call it. But anyway, she's the Countess or whatever of Dumbarton. And the Sussex bug, whatever that means, the king has given the Duchess title to Prince Edward's lovely daughter. She takes it on her 21st birthday. Everyone is so pleased. Like there's a bunch of people sitting around. Oh, I'm so pleased. Meghan will no longer hold the title of Duchess. It's so childish. It's just so silly. You almost feel sorry for this person. You almost feel sorry for this person. No, what I was going to say, poor deranged, but they are derangers. Everyone is so pleased. How many different titles are they going to give to Lady Louisa? Because if you remember, Lady Louisa, wasn't she supposed to be the Duchess of Edinburgh, right? And let me see, what's the other one? And then they were going to give the Duchess of Edinburgh to Charlotte, right? Remember that one? And then they were saying Lady Louisa, and I think Lady Louisa could be a princess. I believe Lady Louisa was able to take the title Princess Louisa on her 18th birthday. Is that correct? And she Countess of Dumbarton. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker. And Lady T says if the royal family had only followed Harry and Meghan, they would be more liked and successful. There you go. I fixed it. Thank you so much, Lady T. And that's true. If that's what I said, they should take a page out of the Sussex book and not the other way around. Harry and Meghan, when they went to South Africa, they actually visited people before they visited any officials, right? Which is the same thing that they did when they went to Nigeria. They went from their plane directly to one of the charities, the Jinko, I think it was. And I don't think they met with the president of Nigeria at all. And yeah, I think they met with was it one or two governors or senators and quite a few other people, but they did not set out to make any visits with officials. Of course, Harry being a veteran and also being a royal, not representing, his family, but being a royal, they wanted him to review the soldiers. No big deal. Um, I don't think that that's a problem. And I don't recall that there was anything said about it, even from the palace, right? And that's why I said Harry and Meghan are still representing that family. They are still members of that family. And as they are members of the family, it would be impossible to say that there's no representation there at all. But it's not direct representation. But um, and I'm going to tell you too something that I remember. You guys, I don't know if you remember I said this, but I know I said this very clearly. Thank you again, Lady T. Do you guys recall some time ago I said that that there may be some type of legal status that Harry has as the son of a sovereign, or at the time, I think he may have it may have been because he was the grandson. Because Harry has worked as a diplomat before. When he represented the Queen, he worked as a diplomat, and I believe I said this when they first began to talk about his green card status. I said, we don't know what type of representation, I mean, what type of legal status he has as the son of a sovereign or grandson of a sovereign. And they did have an article saying that very same thing, that Harry may not be here with a green card at all. He may not have a green card at all. And maybe that's what they're trying to figure out, is whether or not he has one. And if I figured this out as a layperson, then surely there's people much smarter than I am that have given that some thought. Because Harry is not just a subject. He's not just a subject. He's not allowed to vote, right? And and now that Charles is sovereign, he doesn't even need a passport or a driver's license anymore. So when there are treaties between countries, whatever treaty we have with the British where diplomacy is concerned, somewhere I can guarantee you that the descendants of that family have a status that's different from the typical person who is seeking green card status. I could assure you of that. I do not think I'm wrong about that. And I said that a long time ago because it, I just because he's not just a typical citizen. Even if his father won't give him royal protection, it'd be just like if he wasn't here permanently, then there would be some component of, I don't know, maybe the federal marshals or whatever that would be shadowing him or whatever. So I don't know what all the details are, but right now, Harry is the son of a head of state. And there's got to be some type of status there that is different from just the typical person traveling. I can't prove it, but it's just a hunch I have. Lex says British media are feeling okay. Uh, what is that? Oh, by Will and Kate. Oh, Okie Doke, Okie Doke by Will and Kate. They tortured Harry and Meghan to leave, but now the senior working royals are doing nothing. Cry more, karma. Where is Kate? Thank you, Legs. And that is a good point. That is a good point. Harry said, okay, we'll leave. You all could have every front page from here on out. As a matter of fact, you can have everything. And Harry and Meghan left. They were even willing to go to New Zealand. They were willing to go to any corner of the Commonwealth where they could do their work that Queen Elizabeth had asked them to do. They were willing to do that and let Will and Kate have all of the front pages. And it just hasn't panned out like that. Thank you, Legs. Okay. I believe that too, Mabel Jones. I believe that too. But for whatever political reasons, and because of his father, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I I have thought about that for quite some time. Now, see, Amber Rowan, there you go messing around. There you go meddling. Maybe he's here as a political refugee, given that Uh, no, they are not asylum seekers. They are a prince and princess of the realm who merely relocated to a former colony. And now, see, why you got my nose running? Why you got my nose running? Mm, let me see here. Exactly. Their titles are not going anywhere. And Harry Harry and Meghan received those titles from Queen Elizabeth. And if I love my grandmother and my grandmother gifted me those titles, and those titles are what do you call it? Are part of my children's heritage, I wouldn't give up nothing. I wouldn't give up nothing. Not a thing. I promise you. I would be as big a headache. I would be just as petty as I could possibly be. That's right, Baron. There's U.S. Nothing they can do to Harry immigration status as the son of a head of state. Diplomats are protected from most criminal offenses. Forget families of what is that? HOS. What is HOS? Families of H. What is HOS? Wait, I'm trying to figure that out. Um. Oh, host the families. Forget the families of. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Um. But yeah. So I have an article somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it. Um. But that is just my hunch. It is not discussed, but I believe that that is it. And maybe the whole point of what they're trying to do is to create some air of hostility, because surely, those people that have worked in government, um, they should know better than I do. And if I just stumble upon something like that just as a thought, surely somebody with more sense than I have can figure that out. Okay. Lex says British royal family are conflating Harry and Meghan's activities as royal to give good PR to that family. They tried to take ownership as if they mentored Harry and Meghan to be successful. Thank you, Lex. Exactly. And dare I say that if it really comes down to who has the most connections abroad, I would have to say Harry, seeing that Harry was doing the work that William refused to do. There was a reason why the Queen sent Harry to certain places, because she knew that Harry would be one of the most effective team members, players, family members in all of the household. He would be the most effective. The only thing that I could say that is positive about the fact that Harry is unable to do that work anymore. Well, there's some other things I could say, but I couldn't help but think that there would be a lot of dodgy situations where they would expect Harry to represent his father's government. Knowing Charles would probably get him all caught up with cash for honors like he tried to do before. And Harry was like, wait. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know that person. So I can't help but think that there would have been some situation that would have been very embarrassing, and they would try to make sure that Harry takes the fall. And see, when they tried to get Harry involved with that cash for honor stuff, they were trying to get, like, notice Harry didn't make any trips over to the Middle East. I don't think there was any trips over to the Middle East where he went and sat with the Saudi royal family and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember him doing any of that stuff. I don't know that he's ever gone and done that. And maybe he had enough sense to know that if you want to salvage your reputation, best stay away from it. Yeah, he knows the setup when he sees it. He knows the setup when he sees it. That's why they're not there. That's why they're not there. When they were closing in on the two of them, what did they do? They left. Harry's like, okay, the math ain't mathing. Let's go. Let's go. Pack your bags. We're out of here. And they were on a tour and had decided, okay. Of course, they didn't want to tell it then. That was because of Wooten, but they were already lining things up. They were on their way out. Cheryl B, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here tonight or this morning. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Well, talk about perfect timing. Talk about perfect timing. You couldn't have made this up. Huh? I'll just let that set in. I will just let that set in. You couldn't have made this up. If you would have tried to time this, it probably wouldn't have happened. But needless to say, it's a small world after all. It really is a small world after all. It's a small, small world. Huh? I think so. Okay, keep it moving. And this is a couple of, I did not see these photos before, so sharing those with you. Let that sink in for a second. Meanwhile, I'm looking for that article. Okay, it says right here, was Prince Harry on a rare visa, especially for royals, when he moved to US? Status would mean not having to answer questions about any, use. Immigration expert says the Duke may have been entitled to use a special visa to enter the US when he moved with his wife Meghan in 2020. He may have been able to use a special visa. Special. Okay? Now, I'm not going to tell you which place I found that article because I don't want to help them out. But that I just did a screenshot of it because I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and then here's a couple of other ones behind the scene. I tell you, I think that at certain points, Misan has gotten more FaceTime than Harry. Certainly more FaceTime than David. What's Wiseman? Yeah, he's gotten more FaceTime than Dave Wiseman. But that's okay. Misan is a star in his own right, so I'm glad for that. Well, you guys, we did talk about the Grim Reaper looking for the Murdoch, what is it? Hanover, Canover wedding. Looks like he found him. Looks like he found him. Now all we got to do is just wait to hear the news. uh, I found that one today. Looks like he finally found the wedding party, huh? And not a minute too soon. Well, if you see a bulletin coming over the internet any minute now, then you will know. Because you see, when he was engaged to that Smith woman, they said that this guy was looking for them, and then they broke off the engagement. And then, of course, he got engaged to this other woman. Let me see, her name is Zakova. Yeah. So there he is looking for that Murdoch Zakova wedding. Well, it seems like he found him. Time's up. Time's up. Oh, well. And let me ask you all something. Is the Daily Mail trolling Rupert Murdoch? Now, remember, Rupert Murdoch owns The Sun and some other garbage. But is the Daily Mail trolling Rupert Murdoch? I'm just asking for a friend. Sex is a fact of biology. It just seems to me that for Rupert Murdoch, it could be a matter of dust bunnies. Huh? It could be a matter of dust bunnies. I don't know if biology factors into it. Maybe science fiction, or as there was a movie years ago that starred Barbara Streisand. Maybe it's called The Way We Were. Sex is a fact of the way we were. But whatever it is, I'm pretty sure at his age it's down to a handshake. Whatever it is at this point, it's got to be down to a handshake. At the very least, they might even just rub elbows and be like, "Get over, you're on my side of the bed." Or wait, go get in your coffin. What are you doing in this bed? Go back and get in your coffin, monster. Let me give you a preview of the wedding night. There it is right there. It's nothing that a good flat iron couldn't straighten out. Oh boy. Ugh. Ugh. Dinner? Oh man. Ugh. Oh well. So gross. I found this. I thought it was very cool. Check it out. Now that is really clever. I don't know who the designer is. It was just some. I think the designer may be a someone from Africa, maybe. I don't know, but I thought that was so cool, so clever. I mean, see how the faces comes together to close the jacket. Is that cool or what? Let me see if I can hunt down this designer. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can hunt down this designer. Mm, okay, let me try one more. I'm doing a Balmain. Is that the designer? Balmain Paris? Is Balmain a fashion house? Yeah, I guess that's a fashion house. Never heard of it, but that is so cool. You know, Some people are just so creative. I mean, who sat up and thought of something like that? Who had a vision and came up with something like that? Wow. Okay, yeah, this is the Balmain Paris Fashion Week. So I guess Balmain is the designer. Balmain most recent men's collection debut at Paris Fashion Week. That is so cool. That is so cool. I like the silhouettes and everything. Love that. That is so cool. Oh, thank you, Mimi Ricks. Mimi Ricks. I did not know that. Oh, did you? Okay. Wow, that is. I just, I don't know where you would wear that to, but that is so cool. That is so cool. I mean, cheers to whoever the designer is. I don't know who, how, what, whatever, but that is so cool. Okay. Now, this idiot right here, John Lennon's son, Sean, says Prince Harry is an idiot who deserves to be mocked in online rant. So he was trying to read Spare and he couldn't work out the big words and he got frustrated. And so he had the nerves to say that Harry is an idiot and deserved to be mocked. You mean to tell me the best selling nonfiction book of all time did not meet your tawdry standards? And so you decide to go after Harry for what? What constructive thing has this individual ever done in his life? Now, let's just call a spade a spade. You both have very famous parents, right? You both have very famous parents. One parent, unfortunately for you, just like Harry, is no longer here, right? But the parent that survives, if you ever heard that heifer sing, you would fall out the chair. Yoko Ono sings on city streets to ensure New York residents stay inside. Her singing is so bad. Her singing is so bad that there were people who made a joke out of it during the global pandemic. She does not sing, she makes these primal noises. She even went to an art gallery where she started squawking and making these primal noises. It's not a language, it's what she feels. Okay? And you got the nerves to talk about Harry, but for the fact that your mama crazy and your father was John Lennon, I don't know what purpose you serve. And then after she got through screaming, she walked off and went and signed something registry. It was at an art gallery. It was at an art gallery. And I guess the people at the art gallery thought it was supposed to be enlightening, thought provoking, edgy. So you owe it to yourself. Find that video of Yoko Ono at that art gallery screaming. I thought it was supposed to lead to something, but for a few minutes, that's all she did. Oh, it was horrendous. I started rubbing the side of my face. I was like, is my ears bleeding? Are my ears bleeding? Am I sterile? Am I sterile? Oh man. Yep. Now, I can't tell you where I found this photo, but I see they finally, whatever place this is, they finally got tired of complaints and decided to put a sign up so there would be no more discussion about whether or not people are using the right room. You know what I'm saying? So I think I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure that she is, or them, or they, or he, them or they is the reason why they put that sign up, just to avoid confusion. You know, there's something disconcerting. If you're in a stall and you're sitting down doing your business, and let's say you're in the ladies' room and the person next to you, you hear them peeing and their feet are going the wrong direction. Wouldn't that make you jump up in midstream and run up out of there? I'm just asking for a friend. Nothing to do with them, they. I'm just saying, if you're in the ladies' room, right, and you're going to take a little whiz, little wee wee, take a little wee, and you're sitting down and you notice that the person in the next stall, their feet are facing the other direction, wouldn't that prove confusing for you? uh anyway, so no more confusion. I see they have found some signage that is all encompassing. One of my favorite people, one of my favorite artists, Grace Jones. I think Grace Jones is what, 74, 76. She was born in 1948, so I think she's 76. Anyway, Grace Jones teamed up with a photographer, illustrator who, well, she was like his muse. And together, back in the 70s and 80s, they created some of the most like iconic images. And I'll just say, before the Madonnas, right? Well, I guess, to be fair, Madonna was, no, Madonna's not old enough. Before the Madonnas, before the Lady Gagas, Grace Jones was doing that. She she used her body as art. She's worked as a supermodel. She has worked in the music industry. She's done acting. She's done some of everything, and she's also written music. And it was just that, especially like the '80s. That was her moment. That was her moment. That was when she was like this global superstar, and she's still a global superstar. Now, in case you've never seen them before, that's her son. He's also done some modeling, and I believe the photos are from 2017. She had a biopic um, that she released about some of the more colorful things in life that she was famous for. And for, you know, someone who's almost 80, she still looks absolutely amazing. Of course, I have this poster. I have the actual poster from the record company. I was visiting a friend and I was like, "Can I have that poster?" Yeah. I said, "What?" Yeah. And I'm looking around at my other friend. I'm like, "Did he say he said take it?" I'm like, "Okay." And that was about 30 years ago and I still got it. I still got it. Love that poster. And this is Jean Paul Goude with his son Paulo Goude. So that photographer, artist, illustrator, whatever he was, they became very close and had a child together. So that is um, Paulo's father. That's Paulo's father. So in case you've never seen him before, now you know. And again, he's done some modeling himself. You can see right here. He's also a musician and whatever else he does. But yeah, a family of artists. That's what they are. Just a family of artists. Very cool. Now, this person has grown up to be one of the most notorious people on the face of the earth. And yes, that is a little innocent child there. But let me tell you something. Now that he's all grown up, I don't know anybody who hasn't wanted to ball up their fists and clobber him. Do y'all know who that is? I mean, he's an absolute monster. He's an absolute monster. He was a terror then, and he's even worse now. Looks so innocent there. Although he does kind of give me that vibe, The Omen. He reminds me of that movie, The Omen. Doesn't that look like Damien, The Omen? Yes, Mario, you're absolutely right. That very punchable face is Nigel Farage, as he is depicted here. This is an image from Cold War Steve. This is an image from Cold War Steve, an image of one of the most punchable faces that has ever drawn a breath. Amber, you are off the chain tonight. You are off the chain tonight. But yes, that is Nigel Farage. And by the way, if you know, you know. That's all I can say. If you know, you know. And dare I say, one of the ugliest individuals I've ever seen in life. Just ugly. Ugly. Now, he was somewhat an average looking child, but what um extraterrestrial, non-human has he morphed into? What is that? That would scare me. Could you imagine like a knock at the door and you open it and there's the king of Brexiters at the door? God, that's got to be scary. Even as a cartoon, he's ugly. He's ugly as a human being, and he's even an ugly cartoon. Usually, when they create an illustration, you're supposed to be cute and lovable. This thing is a monster. This is a recent. This is a recent photo. That's a recent photo. It kind of, I don't know how to put it, but he just it just seems like something that blocked the sewer. Yeah, it seems like something that has blocked the sewer. But it just goes to show that looks can be deceiving. Like, look at this young lady right here. This little girl grew up with her family, somewhat privileged, obviously, with sailboats and everything. And look at her with that Miss Jane Hathaway haircut, right? Got that little, you know. But anyway, I'm not sure if y'all know who this is, but she's adorable, isn't she? Anybody? Do you recognize her? Yes, Mario, very good. That is Jeremy Clarkson. It's not a girl, it's Jeremy Clarkson, or the product of a one night stand between Jane Hathaway, Nancy Culp from the Beverly Hillbillies, and Gomer Pyle of the Andy Griffith Show. Yes, on one, shall we say, chilly night in LA. Nancy Culp and Jim Neighbors, Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors, they got together and, well, they joined and they produced that. They produced that. So just remember, no matter how evil someone is, they have all been someone's child at one time. Someone's child who could have easily have been, I don't know, sent off to Russia at a young age, never to be seen or heard from again. But they stayed in the Western world and were stuck with them. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. So that is Pierce Morgan. You all, how did you let me miss this article? Pierce Morgan claims Prince William asked Princess Diana for booze when he was 13. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? This is the first I've heard of it. And that was from February. Pierce Morgan has claimed Prince William asked his mother, Princess Diana, for a glass of wine during his first meeting with the former Good Morning Britain presenter. Now, apparently, Princess Diana said, "What is gotten into you? You don't ask for that." He said, "Yes, I do. I've had it before." And I was just like, what? Now, see, I have a theory about that, though. All of this, of course, is alleged, even though there are so many people who have been saying that William has a problem. William has a problem. Even the Globe magazine says William's secret booze bender, right? Slams vodka shots and beer every night, shows up at events badly hungover. Nah, I don't believe that. I don't think that I can ever say that I've seen William at some outing where he was, what is it, three sheets to the wind? Have you guys ever? Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I stand corrected. I forgot about Sway Sway. I mean, but that was just an isolated event. And I'm sure that there's a reasonable explanation for it. I mean, it's not like it's ever happened before. Oh, never mind. Never mind. But uh well, you can't believe what those tabloids say. And of course, then I thought about it. I'm like, well, maybe, just maybe that's why they're kind of close now, huh? I mean, after all, he and Camilla are very close now. And I kind of get the feelings that Camilla's son helped William with all of his baking soda needs. And maybe Camilla helped him take the edge off, maybe, allegedly. I mean, they do seem to be close. The only other person I could think that he was that close to was the Queen Mother. But then again, if that is the case, I wonder if the Queen Mother and her little meetings where she taught him about his duties as a sovereign, I wonder if somehow the Queen Mother might have been No, I don't want to believe it. I mean, I couldn't. No, that would be so wrong of me, right? I mean, after all, that's his great grandmother. Certainly, she wouldn't. I mean, but if he was there and just happened to find something, oh well. I don't know. I mean, that's the royal family. They had all kind of stuff around. So here we go again. Not keeping up with the Beckhams. Meghan and Harry's Netflix show is getting creamed by ex pals Victoria and David. Very candid docuseries. Well, despite being released in 2022, the Harry and Meghan documentary series still generated 62 million hours in the second half of 2023. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. One of the squatties shared this information today. Um, if you take a look there, Harry and Meghan's limited series, it says 62 million viewing hours. The Walking Dead, also 62 for the season 5. My Dad, the Bounty Hunter, season 1, 61.8 million. And doggone, um, it says 61.6 million. So I do believe that no matter what the numbers are trending, that the Harry and Meghan docuseries is still the most viewed docuseries that they've ever had. And also, let me remind people that Harry and Meghan's docuseries broke the Twitter. You remember that? People couldn't even watch it because there were so many people streaming it all at once that it broke. Not Twitter, Netflix. It broke the Netflix. So, um, Daily Mail is always looking to try to find something negative to talk about. Brendan O'Neill, barbaric, inhumane, the internet trolling, blah, 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 blah. Well, Glow says for those royal reporters that played their part in racially charged incitement of hate against Princess Meghan, who are now posting their outrage that the English Duchess may be experiencing some social media trolling only because she disappeared in suspicious or unclear circumstances. And if you look there at the bottom, Joe Diva says, oh, well, that is what happens when you allow one woman in the family to be abused. Now, the one they thought was untouchable is open to the same treatment. Now, the one they thought was untouchable is open to the same treatment. There you go. There you go. So, love that. You see there? They do not want the Sussex squad. Some of the squaddies, I'm telling you, they are so brilliant. Brilliant. Incredible insight. Yeah, the Beckhams have gotten a bit trashy, and I do recall that the Beckhams got in trouble because they have been social climbing so hard and trying to push their way in. Beatrice or Eugenie, one of them, had invited them to have a birthday party at Buckingham Palace, and they actually broke the rules. They tweeted photos or added photos to their Instagram from Buckingham Palace. That's a big no no. Also, that quadrangle or that courtyard or whatever at Buckingham Palace, you're not supposed to take photos and upload those photos. And yet, there they were, those two social climbers. The Beckhams were snapping photos left and right, and putting them on social media. Look, look, yay, yay, yay. Look, look, we're at Buckingham Palace. Yeah. Very tacky of them. Very, very tacky. Okay, Misan Harriman and Sussex security officer Chris Sanchez at the Invictus Charity Polo Lagos. Um, Now, see there, they managed to make a former Secret Service agent smile. Anytime you can get a smile out of a former Secret Service agent, you must really, really have been the best possible host. So I don't know that I've ever seen them smile before. And there's some more behind the scenes. The Sussexes greet Bodhi Makan Jula, president of Lagos Polo Club. Bodhi helped organize the Invictus Games charity polo. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. And this is the last one. Thank you very much, everyone. But I didn't see this kid at all during the event. But I'm thinking this is at the airport, maybe. I don't know. But how cute, right? And just a little artwork to share on your way out. Um, I love this. Look at all the perspective. It looks like the artist used like drips of paint, right? And then somehow, I don't know how they did that, but that is amazing. That is very cool. Nice abstract. I like it. Looks like the paint is dripping. Big clumps of paint. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, thank you, Mod Squad, for all of your hard work keeping this a safe space. By the way, you guys, I went on a blocking frenzy earlier today. And when you see our queens, it's time to go. You know what I mean? I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your memberships, for your very generous and thoughtful um, contributions to Royal Sussex. And I think that's it. All right. Last word of the day is uh, there we go. Thank you. Good night. Sounds good to me. That sounds like a close.